Hello, everybody. My name's Mr. Paradis, and today I'm going to be talking about digital videography. Before we get into that, I have a short video for you. Hope you enjoy. Hi, everybody. My name is Donald Paradis. Welcome to digital videography. Let me show you around. Amazing. So, I know that video covered a lot, so I want to talk about some of it and round it all out a little bit. So, when it comes to scope and sequence, when it comes to what our level ones have learned, especially, is the first thing we learn and the first thing I teach is safety is key. Safety is number one on any movie set. It's number one in a classroom. And it's important for students to understand the policies and procedures that go into making sure that when somebody handles heavy equipment, that they're handling it correctly, or when they're handling something that's expensive, they're handling it correctly to make sure that everybody on set is perfectly safe and that they're not endangering themselves or anybody else. After that, we talked about the stages of production. That's taking everything from development of an idea all the way to distribution of that movie or show or TV show or any type of content. So we talked about all of the different stages of production and what goes into each one of them. So after we did that, we started focusing specifically on pre-production. We talked about screenwriting, 2-column scripts, which are both two different ways to tell a story and to prepare for creating either a movie or news broadcast or a documentary. We talked about types of camera shots, motions and angles, and how they affect an audience's perception of what's going on in a scene and how they can be used efficiently to make us as an audience feel more a part of the movie and understand everything more intently. We've also talked about jobs on production sets along with the equipment that is needed. One thing that is really important for me when it comes to this class is students, because this is a CTE course and it's done through Orange Technical College as well, students get the ability to learn skills that they can take out into the real world and apply them and get jobs using them as well. We have a certification process that starting in year 2, students can hit the ground running even faster with it. After they've learned all of these skills, they can start actively applying them and receive certifications as a video editor and an After Effects artist as well. On to what they will be learning. Our next chapter is visual design specifically. So we're going to be talking about all of the things that go into creating what a camera sees and allow them to understand the importance of everything within a frame, within what a camera is seeing. We're also going to be talking about basic camera usage and all of the functionality that goes into using one of our video cameras along with ELA cameras, which are news-based cameras. Continuing on, later in the year, we're going to be talking about main production and what to actually do on set. So everything that goes into actually being on a set, we're going to talk about all of those processes and then get the kids hands-on, working in group projects and actually creating some stuff. And the last thing we're going to cover is editing more in depth. Obviously, throughout this process, kids will be touching Premiere Pro, which is the industry standard video editing software. So they're going to be working with Premiere Pro specifically, so they can step out into the real world ready to work in what the industry is already creating. When it comes to level 2s and beyond, our advanced kids are actively applying those skills. As you could see from the video, they are currently out in the world creating stuff, whether that's on campus, in our studio newsroom in the back, or working with classes or organizations off of campus as well. So they're really taking all of those skills that we learn and hone in Digital Video 1, and they're allowed to flourish and actively create something that they're interested in creating in Digital Video 2, 3, and 4. When it comes to my policies, any assignments that the students have, they're all uploaded to Canvas, along with any resources like PowerPoints or lectures or videos or anything we cover in class is also uploaded to Canvas. So if you're ever interested in seeing what students are focusing on any given week, you should be able to see it there. When it comes to assignments, I also give students time in class every week to work on their assignments. They typically only get 2-ish assignments a week. But I believe in equity, and I understand that not every student has a Mac or a computer at home that works the best for this industry. So I allow time in class every week to make sure that they have the resources, the aid, and everything that they need to keep their grade up, but also learn these incredibly important skills. On top of that, during that time in class, I also provide individual instruction. So if there's a student that missed a lecture, or if they feel like they're struggling with a concept still, I will sit down with them and make sure that they're up to date on everything. When it comes to expectations, I just hope that students actively try and actively participate. I am fully aware that this class is a skills-based class, and it's not always perfect for everybody. So as long as you're actively putting in the work or actively doing your best, then that should reflect appropriately in any grading that you receive, and I'll make sure that that is appropriate for everybody across the board. When it comes to parents and students alike, I just ask that you both ensure that work is completed in a timely manner. I am lenient on due dates most of the time, but it helps to keep up, because in a skills-based course similar to something like math, where if you don't learn the basics, it makes it harder and harder to do the subjects that follow them. So keeping up with work is not important just from a grade perspective, but it's important because we build on each one of those skills. You don't understand what we need to do in production if you didn't pay attention in pre-production to prepare for all of that, because at the end of the day, pre-production is planning and prepping for what we're actually going to do on set. So if you lack those initial tools, it's harder to implement them when you take steps forward. When it comes to my information, my email is on the screen along with my phone extension. Feel free to reach out if you have any concerns. You can also message me on Canvas if you're one of the if you're labeled as a teacher, or not a teacher, a parent in Canvas, you should be able to check on everything that your student is doing. I'm always open for dialogue. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, please reach out. And I'm excited to work further with your kids and the students and see what they can create in the next couple of years. Thank you so much for your time.